Well, everybody, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. We're back. Paul and I are back for another fun-loving, knee-slapping episode of Ventthis.
Yeehaw.
Happy to be here. Right, Paul?
Knee slapping. That's very New England. We like to joke. If something's funny, we call it a knee slapper.
Yeah,
We
totally.
use our R's, but a knee slapper. Yeah, we slap that knee.
You know, I have a vent I want to just let out. Okay?
Yes.
I think it's either a cockatoo or a parrot, but the kind of bird that talks. So, and he must have kept it in the house and trained it, because now when I go, and he built this huge like cage and he puts it in the front yard. The thing kind of flies around, has fresh air. I go get the mail and he says, "Hello, Chris." I don't say anything. He goes, "Hello, Chris." The bird's getting annoyed at me because I'm not responding. I go, "Hi. How are you?" I'm walking back and he goes, "How are you?" Jesus, I'm getting harassed by a bird. So every
This
time
is the bird?
it's a bird, it's a parrot that talks, or a cockatoo. I can't tell the difference. I'm not a bird guy. But I'll go to my car, going for a ride. Chris, you gotta be kidding. And I like jump in my car and I don't talk. But he's trained it so that if there's a gap when you don't say anything, I don't know, maybe it's 5 seconds, I don't know. It'll get pissed off at you for not responding. Can you believe it?
I honestly, I don't know if I do believe it. I actually don't know if I believe it. Chrissy, this is ridiculous. This is insanity. I would love for you and I to talk again soon on the next pod. Between then, would you go up to, so you're saying that your neighbor's house, there's a bird in a cage. The cage is outdoors.
It's a very big cage. I guess he lets it have air because it's
Sure.
not always there.
Okay.
I mean, the
but-
bird's not always in it.
So the cage is what? It's on a table. It hangs from a tree. What are we talking
No,
about?
it's on a stand.
Okay. And it's in his driveway, in his yard?
No, it's on the front lawn. It's like,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, I would love if you'd be up for this, for you to go up to this cage and look for a speaker.
A speaker?
Yes. This sounds like your neighbor's having a good time with you.
I never thought of that.
I think it's possible your neighbor's messing with you. Probably not likely, but I didn't think birds had this level of cognitive ability. He can understand the concept of repeating with emphasis if not responded to. That's nuts. That's some next level thinking. And you're heading toward your car. He's aware of your intent. He's
Yeah.
aware of your plan. What the hell are we talking about?
Yeah.
This is a really high level bird. So I think in my non-bird awareness, I'm not a bird guy either. There's a chance he has a bird and then he's also got a remote speaker under the cage where he's messing with you.
If
But
that's
that would
true.
be such a prank to go to.
I know.
Unless he was going to do this in a park later on. Maybe if he's warming up and practicing with you to see if you believe it, then he's going to go do this in a park with passersby and record it. But probably not. Maybe the bird really does this. But so for one, I would love for you to just inspect and just make sure there's not a speaker somewhere else. Yeah. And Gary, I don't see the bottom, but capture this on your phone. It sounds like, yes, Gary, I agree. Let's get some video proof. Secondly, prior to this, aside from this, what do you think of your neighbor? You like him? Do you have any opinion? Okay. Does he have dogs, cats, any other pets?
No,
Does he have kids?
no.
No kids. Does he have a wife? Is he married?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're relatively new neighbors.
Sure. Roughly how old? 30s, 40s, 50s?
Probably late 40s.
Okay. I don't understand how people do this to birds. I'm not Bob Barker, the pet guy. Go with your pet spay. I'm not losing my mind over pets, but I'm a big pet guy, a pretty big animal, a friend of the animals. What kind of jerk? I'll just say, and he's not alone. Jerk et al. On people who buy birds. The only animal on planet Earth with the gift of flight. And how do they show their appreciation for this magnificent creature's amazing gift? They shut it off. Why would you buy a bird and put it in a cage? Why would you buy a bird and then put it in a cage?
Well,
there are people who, and he may be included, they buy birds and then they clip the wings so the bird cannot fly away. The devil himself. This is devil behavior in my mind. This is devil behavior. It's like buying a horse and keeping it in your closet.
Okay,
why not get a horse and then keep it in your closet and then say to your friends, "Hey, you guys want to see my new pet? Here, let me show you my coat closet where Mr. Ed hangs out."
Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not blaming you.
But normally, Paul, people who have birds as pets, they're in cages.
I know. They're all jerks. And I say jerks because YouTube doesn't like it if we swear. I have far deeper, more colorful feelings on these people. I don't buy a dog to keep it in a shoebox. You know what I mean? You want to put a fish in a fish bowl? Who cares? Fish are stupid. I don't think they know. People always joke the fish forgets as he swam from one side to the other where he just came from. Fine. If that's true, then I don't care. But I did recently learn, did you know that goldfish, do you know why they're so small? And no. I shouldn't say, I didn't look this up to verify, but it came from a friend who's halfway reasonable. He said goldfish in the wild are more like the size of koi, but they grow to the size that to their environment.
Oh,
they stay small because we keep them small.
I didn't know that.
It's been referenced in psychological sort of inspirational quotes. Like there's this flea trick, not to go total sideways, but this is pretty interesting. Everybody should look up the flea training phenomenon, if you will. So
you mean a bug?
Yeah, the bugs with fleas. They're gross, but nonetheless, they're their own thing. And gross is relative. We think they're gross. They think they're bee's knees. Anyway, it's been shown that you can train fleas, and training means you put a bunch of fleas in a jar, and the fleas will try to jump out. They'll hit the lid. When you put the lid on, they'll hit the lid. This is painful for them. This is counterproductive, to say the least. It's a waste of energy. So the longer you leave them in, they become aware of the height of the lid, and they'll still jump, but they'll jump short of the lid. Then, in time, you can take the lid off and those fleas will not jump higher than the open space because they're trained to believe that there is something obstructing that height. And if I'm correct, I believe even their offspring will continue to not try to jump higher than this lid, which they've never seen. Anyway.
I find it amazing that somebody wants to analyze freaking fleas, for God's sake.
Well, the notion is that if you don't believe that you're capable of great things, maybe you are, but you've conditioned your mind. This is where motivational people go with it. And I think it's pretty interesting. It's a rational comparison. If you grew up and people were always like, "Oh, you're nothing, you're nobody," but you actually could be somebody. If you believe them, then you'll never try. Anyway, back to the birds.
Jesus, yeah.
I'm not going to judge. I get a lot of these people don't think about what they're doing, but what do you think? Is it messed up to keep a bird in a cage, Chrissy? What's your opinion?
I mean, what's the alternative if somebody breeds birds and they're not going to let them fly in the wild, and you want a pet, then I suppose you got to let it fly around your house and crap everywhere. That's fine too. But they keep them in cages because that's what they do. I actually never thought about it, Paul. But yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's why I don't condemn these bird bans as people. They maybe just haven't considered what they're really doing. I wouldn't buy a horse for a studio apartment. I just wouldn't do that. That's ridiculous. It's not fair to the horse. So just because people are like, oh, pretty bird. I want to stare at a bird. I think I'll just ruin its life so I can have my kicks 7 minutes at a time, 2 times a day. I'll ruin something else's life so I can be amused. Like that sucks.
Okay.
That's
Um,
my take. That's my take. And I wish that bird could use his intellect to go, Chrissy, going for a ride? Take me with you. Take me with you. Put the windows down. Let me be a goddamn bird, Chrissy. Free me. Free me.
okay.
I want to eat a worm, Chrissy. I want to eat a worm.
I
Let me
guess
be
the
free.
owner.
Let me have sex with other birds.
All right, all right. I don't want to
No
get into
sex
bird
in this
sex,
cage.
okay? Let's just, Jesus, you're calling these owners bird brains, I guess. But anyway, uh, all right. Well, that was interesting, Paul.
Sure.
Uh,
I'm furious. I'm
uh,
so upset.
shall we move on to the first
I
vent?
guess.
Please,
Yes.
Loretta.
Yeah, let's fly over to that now.
So I'm in line at the DMV, cursing under my tongue because everybody knows this is a pain in the butt. After maybe 10 minutes, this beautiful woman steps in line behind me. The couple behind her were holding her spot. She starts talking to me, and I'm in guy's heaven and can't believe this gorgeous woman wants to talk to me. After a while, she says, "You want to come back to my place and get to know each other better?"
Oh,
I'm thinking she wants
This is a
sex.
dude.
So I got
This is a
turned
trans.
off and said no. And then she stopped talking to me. I think I blew it.
you know,
Can I just confirm what I heard? This
yeah.
sounds like a guy venter is in line at the DMV. A beautiful woman's in line next to him. They get chatty. She says, "You want to come back to my place?" He's afraid she means sex. So he says no because he doesn't want to have sex with this woman he proclaimed to be beautiful. And then when she's weirded out by his super weird response, he then feels he might have blown it.
That's it.
Just, I heard that, right? I wasn't on planet Zoltar or something.
That was it.
What does blow it mean? What do you mean blow it? What is it? She invited you over for it. You idiot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. What? A beautiful woman chats you up, hears you in person, face to face, sees you. This isn't online or some weird catfishing. This is sees who he looks like, here's how he is in conversation, and says, you know what? So far, I'm into this guy. I'd love to go back to my place, hang out, see where things go. And he's like, yuck. You're freaking me out. I'm overwhelmed. Like what?
I mean, I'm just asking. This might be a dumb question, but I've never done this, but if a girl says, "Hey, you want to come back to my place to get to know each other better," does that imply sex?
If you have any skill in your body at all, yes.
Okay.
Yes. You're hitting the ball off the tee. You know what I mean? Like this is slow pitch at this point. This is she's underhand soft toss for you to hit it out of the park. That you should not be able to ruin this. So when you say beautiful, what do you mean she's got an amazing, interesting life? You know, do you mean physically beautiful? Do you have physical interest in this woman?
I
Are
think
you
that's
heterosexual? Is that what blow it means? That you had heterosexual interests in beginning a relationship with her?
I think that's what he meant, that she was physically beautiful, and he was so happy that this woman chatted him up. But so you're saying he blew it, and he knows that he blew it.
Here's the thing. This isn't the first guy that I've heard say stuff like this. We remember we had somebody who wrote in before that like he brought a girl, had a date. The date was great, brought her back to his apartment. And then she made a reference towards sex. And he's like, get the hell out of here, you two-bit floozy. What they, what kind of a jerk the guy was. And then was like, oh man, look, I think some of these people, and I think this guy right here, it's a classic case of low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. I don't think this guy, he's so far removed from the notion of women finding him attractive that the idea that a woman at random on her own choice found him attractive and then initiated the gesture to go further. I don't think he was ready for it because he said she was beautiful. So that means it sounds like he's of interest to, he's interested in her. And then he said, I might have blown it, meaning he would like to have relations with her, whatever that is, whether it's sex or dating, whatever. But it happened so quick.
He blew it. It's over. Get over it. Move on.
Yeah, he blew it. And I think it's totally blown because he's insulted her, whether he realizes it or not. He's insulted her. I mean, she invited him to spend time together to, leave the DMV and go hang out someplace more comfortable. And he said no. So she thinks, she's like, what's wrong with this guy?
But Paul, but on the other hand, you got to say to yourself, this woman has done this before. And it's another notch on her nightstand. Come on, you want to be one of those notches?
She has a penis, to be clear. Because women are not this forward. She does have a penis. He was right. He was right to avoid this because this would have become a very odd situation as it became undressed. No woman at the DMV.
Hey, Joe. It's really nice chatting with you. How about we go back to my place for a nightcap? Oh, wait, it's 3 PM. Who cares? What?
Yeah, notice on your license, you're an organ donor. I have this cool business where I steal people's kidneys. You want to come back to my apartment?
Yeah, exactly.
And have a sip of a drink I make in the kitchen while you wait in the other room?
Yeah. And it's red like blood.
Yeah. I have a lot of ice on hand. Yeah. Don't worry. You'll just wake up in my tub, sans a kidney. That's
crazy.
It is bizarre. And
it is.
And she probably came in a little too hot for him. But I mean, come on, have a sense of adventure. Unless you literally, I mean, he's the man. For a woman, I wouldn't say, yeah, just go back with some guy from the DMV who invites you, for sure. There's 100 reasons not to. But if the woman is initiating it, you said you think she's beautiful, and you end with, I think I blew it, meaning you felt you would like to have seen it go somewhere. Guys, have some sense of adventure.
Yeah.
Just say yes. Say yes.
And bring a condom, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. I mean,
God, this is getting weird.
Well, I mean, you got practical about it, which is fine. That's, definitely don't make babies with the chick from the DMV. I would probably advise. Certainly not directly from the DMV. Maybe date her a while. And it turns out she's pretty cool. You were at the DMV. We all go to the DMV, but most of us don't say, hey, guy who's been, how long did you chat? I know the DMV lines are long, but exactly. 10 minutes, 20, maybe they spoke for half an hour. I don't know. You ride next to someone on a plane for 6 hours. You feel like you know them, DMV, that could be 40 minutes.
I don't know. Whatever.
But still, you would think a classy lady would be like, well, it was really nice meeting you. We should grab a drink sometime, or, it'd be nice to grab a coffee, or let him lead in that sense. He could be a control freak. Sometimes people don't realize it. They think they're the nicest people, but they're actually super control freaks. Maybe he's pissed off that she took the lead. That's not to be totally, disregarded. Huh?
I said, Dr. Roseberry strikes again.
I mean, a little bit. Maybe this guy maybe it really bothered him that because it is not common for the woman to initiate the date. So maybe it was just.
I think we move on.
Yeah.
Sorry, DMVer. We move on. All right. Well, should we hear the next vent?
Yeah.
Go, girl.
What I want to know is, does anybody else feel pressure to buy something if they're given a taste sample? I was at Gelson's and I asked for a mac and cheese sample. The guy gave it to me and was just standing there, staring at me. I'm thinking, please go away. This sample sucks. But I would like to try the potato salad, but I feel weird asking because I'm afraid he's going to yell at me. Does that happen to others?
Well, I will tell you, I mean, I like to try samples just not because I'm going to probably buy it, but I just want to try it just to see how it tastes. And if the guy's right there, the ladies are there, I do feel pressure because then you got to go, oh, thank you. It wasn't that tasty. But then you want to try something else, but you're embarrassed to ask because you're, I think, overextending yourself. I don't know. I don't know. Do most people get more than one sample at a grocery store? I don't, yeah, I don't know. I don't
You
know.
know,
I feel guilty. I'm one of those people who feel guilty
well,
that I don't buy it.
let's see if it matters the context. Because initially I was thinking like an end cap when they're doing a promotion, like at Costco when someone's standing
Yeah.
there in the aisle with a table, and I'm picturing that person. But then when they said from mac and cheese to potato salad, it was, oh, this is the deli clerk. This is the person behind the
Yeah.
cooler,
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would offer is this. I like to be halfway quick on my feet a little social. If you feel awkward, you say, let me ask you, did you make it? Just make a joke. Ask them, did you make it? Chances are they didn't make it. And if they didn't make it, they don't care. You know what I mean? So you could say, hey, did you make this? And if they're like, no, I have nothing to do with it, you'd be like, oh, okay, fair enough. Hey, kind of not the best. I don't know. I don't know if this is maybe a little off. Hey, you know what? I'm going to skip the mac. Can I try the potato salad? Because now it makes sense. You're not just over here hoarding snacks. You don't want the mac and cheese. You sampled the mac and cheese because you thought you would like to buy mac
Yeah.
and cheese. There's your starch. It tastes terrible. So now you still got to eat something. It's entirely reasonable that you try something else.
Yeah.
And if you think about it from the store's perspective, now if we're being total, economists here, person comes in, tries a sample, the store has lost a little bit of their product. But the sample isn't good. Now you buy nothing. Now the store's at a loss. If you walk away, it's just a loss for the store.
Right.
But if you say, I am hungry, I'd like to buy something, can I try the potato salad? Now they take an additional loss. But you like the potato salad, that leads to a purchase. It's a net win.
Right.
It's a net
Right.
win. So give the store another chance.
Yeah.
You're not ripping off the store. You're actually giving them another chance to win.
Yeah. And also, it's not like you go up to the deli and you go, hey, can I try the mac and cheese? And I'd like to try that potato salad. Oh, and can I get a piece of corn? You're not asking for a meal, for God's sakes. You're not standing there for 20 minutes. And by the way, yeah, let me have those ribs. I'd like to try that too. And now your dinner's done and you're going home. You're just getting a sample. I think
Yeah.
it's okay to ask. I mean, I feel guilty when I do it, but I think it's like you said, Paul. I'll take the mac and cheese, not so good, a little bit too much salt, but I like that potato salad. Does that have celery? Yeah, let's have some. And then you buy it and you go home. Yeah.
You're giving the store more of a chance to earn your business.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. They know that. Don't worry about the store. If
Yeah.
they felt that they were losing money on people asking for samples and not buying, they would cease to offer samples.
Yeah.
The
And
store
also,
is willing to oblige, then they're open to the possible outcome.
you're treading on water there, Paul, by saying, "Hey, did you make it?" Because what if the guy goes, "No, but I'll bring the chef out. He's the one who made it," and now you're stuck.
You
Now
bring a
you're like,
chef.
huh?
You bring a grocery store chef. I'll tell you what. I'll
Yeah.
show you a guy who takes his title a little too seriously. Hey,
Yeah.
how about the ceramics technician? Could you bring him too? Sorry, who? Oh, you may call him the dishwasher, but out of respect, I call him the ceramics technician.
Nice.
You bring him too? Yeah. Well, they're not going to bring some old lady like the guy's
Yeah.
mom, mama from the old country. Yeah, my
Yeah.
mama made it. You don't like that. No, if she did, it would probably be awesome.
Yeah.
Or you could just be very short about it and just be like, okay, could I try the potato salad? Just, I don't know. You know what, Chrissy, Chelsea and I were talking about it this morning. People forget all the time. Half of society has less skills than half of society.
Oh, you said that. Yeah.
You know, it's just, hey, if you don't have the balls to ask for a bite of potato salad, I guess you don't get any potato salad. See you later. Get the hell out of here.
I know. You just can't be greedy. Like I said, you can't make it a
Don't go
meal.
nuts. Hey,
Yeah.
but you're also talking to a guy who eats, pretty liberal, self-serve samples from the hot bar at Whole Foods. I'll just stand there and eat it, but at the same time, a lot of it's trash. A lot of it's trash. So I am doing them a favor by eventually buying anything, because I'll buy food they should throw away. I'll buy a hot bar that I watch the guy in the chef suit stand next to me, knowing as soon as I walk away, he's going to throw it in the trash.
Totally.
That sucks for me to know.
Well, that's the other thing. How
Sucks.
about that? What
What
if
for garbage?
Wait, what if you're at the you're sampling something, and then we'll move on to the next event, and
Yeah.
and it's so bad, you're like you don't even want to swallow it. So what do you're like kind of, oh, this is,
You have a napkin? You have a napkin? I just I don't want this in my body. I'm sorry. I was hoping it was delicious food. It's actually poison discard, in
Yeah.
my opinion. If you
and then you're never allowed back there again.
This is non-food product, in my opinion. I'm not board certified, but I'm going to say this
That's
is
embarrassing when it's
this is
really that
garbage.
bad, and you're like you don't want to. That's embarrassing. Anyway, all right. Shall we
Yeah.
move on to the last vent?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm getting hungry.
Why did someone invent the smash burger? A burger is supposed to be big, round, juicy, and fat. That's the American way and our tradition. Imagine a hot dog square shaped. No, of course not, because it's an American tradition to keep a hot dog long and thin, and the same goes for the burger. Keep it fat and juicy.
You know what I say? A smash burger is different from a hamburger. A smash burger is really thin so that the edges get crisp and
Yeah.
it caramelizes. A
Yeah.
juicy hamburger, it's fat and you put it on the griddle and
Yeah.
it's cooked. So you can't get rid of the smash burger because it's a whole different experience. I don't think this guy knows or lady knows what a smash burger is.
You know what? I don't often I'm not a big DEI guy, if you will.
Yeah, we know.
No, hey, I'm all for whoever's best at whatever it is. I want them to do it. I'll say, when it comes to burgers, we know. Have I said that on here? I don't know if I've said that. Anyway, I guess people can just tell. I get what they're saying about the integrity of the traditional concept of a hamburger, and I love it. I love what they're saying. I love that they have Constitution and what a good, juicy, thick burger, brown on the outside, pink on the inside. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I love it. And like you said, off the grill, it's been timed and flipped once and all these things. But a smash burger is also unbelievable.
Yeah.
A smash burger, it's a different, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, hey, you could have a fillet, you could have a nice steak, that's uncut and it just, just a fillet. But also, you can have a burger,
Yeah.
both beef. Both beef. I would offer this person to consider, if you have this appreciation for burgers as you do, and I share that with you. Do you also feel okay that there's another cut of steak
Yeah.
of beef, which is a steak, where it's not ground beef
Right.
at all? So,
I don't
You
think
know?
I think he thinks smash burgers are going to take away from burgers. It's going to become the dominant burger. That's the impression I get from this vent. He's like, stop making smash burgers, or why are you doing that? The hamburger should be round and juicy. They're two different hamburgers. One isn't taking over the other. Just either, if you like a fat one, go for the fat one. You like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he knows.
I wonder, Chrissy, maybe his concern is about social decline. That's what I'm hearing.
Exactly.
Maybe there's a little bit of social entropy if you will, that you know, it's kind of like music has gotten worse, movies have gotten, you know what I mean? Maybe he feels like this is a downgrade in the sense that the more people grab onto what he thinks is a lesser refined burger, it's not as good. He doesn't think it's as good, but because it's easier and simpler, that more restaurants are offering that, and it makes it so that there are fewer burger restaurants offering a traditional burger. Maybe that's what he feels. It's harder for him to come across a place that's going to give him a real burger. But I wouldn't worry about that, because look, the way I've always pictured it is, I mean, McDonald's been around forever. It's basically a smash burger. The patty's so thin. Come on, you can't even specify. Well, you can't specify the temperature. And I guess I'm thinking of like the smaller cheeseburgers. I guess they do have a bigger burger. It's two different burgers. You can get you spend like the 99 cent, you know, the junior cheeseburger, whatever the hell, the double cheeseburger. Those are thin little patties. And then you want a quarter pounder, a double quarter pounder.
Right.
Those are bigger. Two different burgers. So I think you're never going to get a fast food restaurant who's going to have a drive-through or even walk up, maybe walk up, who's going to give you a properly cooked burger. It's just a lot of liability, because you go to a restaurant and they can't even cook it right. You know, it's so easy to send it back if it's cooked too well.
Right,
I don't
but
think
Paul,
a lot of
he's talking about a smash burger.
this is what I'm
Smash burger
saying though.
totally cooked differently.
Yes, what I'm saying, the furthest of what I'm trying to follow with this guy, because you would think you and I understand it's two different products, but I think he may be upset that if you look everywhere you go, sell smash burgers. I mean, basically that's what In-N-Out is essentially. Like you know, they always have a line down the street. All these places that serve the really thin patties, they're not even fully smashed, but it is a big craze. I guess I'm wondering if he's afraid it's harder to find a restaurant that's going to sell him a thick burger, because otherwise, if you're going to make it at home, what do you care? You know what I mean? This is only if it's getting in the way of you buying a big, fat, juicy burger. But if you want that, you got to go to a sit-down restaurant anyway.
No, but you got to say, I want a hamburger, not a smash burger. I want a hamburger, a fat, juicy hamburger with Gouda cheese, lettuce, tomato, little mayo, and you get a little French. That's it.
Chris,
That's it.
Gouda cheese. That's how you like your burger? You like it with some Gouda?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
like
Or
that.
Swiss cheese. Yeah.
Swiss is killer. You can't
Yeah.
go wrong. I used to work at the Cheesecake Factory. I think that was where they had the MOS burger, the mushroom onion Swiss.
Yeah, those were good.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. But you know, a buddy of mine gave me some beef. He bought, this is kind of funny. My buddy, we go for walks sometimes. We'll just grab a coffee, catch up a little bit, whatever. At the end of the walk, he goes, "Hey, I got something for you." I said, "Oh, sure. What is it?" Takes me into a freezer in his garage, hands me a pound of ground beef. I said, "Hey, all right, thanks. What do you know, what's special about the beef?" He goes, "I bought a quarter cow." He really did this. He bought a quarter cow and he got the meat. He said it was, I don't know, $13 a pound, maybe. He said he got whatever it worked out to. He spent $1,200. He met a guy in a parking lot who showed up with a pickup truck and sold him a quarter of a cow. He sold him like 300 pounds. No.
Another-
Yeah,
Weird
well, I don't know. Did he? No, maybe he sold him 1,000 pounds. I don't know. It was some. It was a crazy amount of. He spent about $1,200.
But
And-
why? Why do you need to have a quarter of a cow? What do you do with that?
Well, here's the thing. So because he's got the garage freezer, he's able to keep all the different cuts. He's got filet, he's got T-bone, he's got New York strip, he's got ground beef, he's got all these different things, and then he can thaw them as he wants it. It's like Omaha steaks. You know, you go in, you buy Omaha, whatever. I don't know if I would do it. I don't know if it's for
No,
me. Maybe the
not for me.
people, listeners, if you want to let us know, have you ever bought cow by the section in a parking lot from a stranger? Have you done that? I don't know. And my buddy's a pretty well-off guy. He does well. He's not going to, he's not out here buying random shit out of parking lots all the time. He found him online. It was a local farmer, and it was delicious meat.
Okay.
And my point is, what I did with it, it was a pound of ground beef. I brought it home. I bought some nice, what do you call these rolls? Like a hot dog bun, but they were a little bit brioche. They were brioche buns, which are very airy. very airy, not super dense.
Right.
I cut them so that I grilled those face down in the pan. You have to. And I made the smash burgers, 2 smash burgers. You got to do double patty. I had some nice Swiss cheese. I laid them on, and you lay it on before you're done with the burger while the burger's still in the pan. So it really melts on top. Stack them. And then I put the burgers the buns face down. So I got the burger juice, if you will. And then bang. God damn, was that a good smash burger? Holy
Sounds like it.
I took a picture of it and I sent it to him. It was so good. It was so good.
See,
I don't know if I would have the skill to make the bigger, like, I think if you're going to do the bigger patty, you almost have to have more skill. Expand your palate.
yeah, and don't
Smash burgers are
think the
delicious.
smash burger's taking over the burger. It's a two different burger. Don't worry about it. The burgers are always going to be
Right.
there. That's Americana.
Not the North and South.
Yeah,
Both are going to win.
yeah.
Both are going to win.
So do you want to hear some comments?
I love it.
All right, we only have 2 this time.
Oh,
It says, I like it when you have guests. It brings another opinion and they usually align with me. Okay, we're going to have more guests, so that's a good one.
what they're saying is that they don't like us, Chrissy. We can read
Maybe.
between the lines. They don't
Maybe we
like
talk
Chrissy
too
and Paul.
much. Yeah,
But when we get someone who's outside, that's their wheelhouse. All right.
yeah.
You know what? We
I
would love for that
apologize.
person if you want to let us know, because we do love bringing guests back.
Yeah.
We have
us
some
know.
guests, not all. Some guests we love to have back. We'll never identify who we don't want back. Maybe none, but let us know. Let us know your favorite guests, and
Yeah.
that's to everybody. Keep us in the loop. If you really enjoy somebody, we'll
us
bring
know.
them back by popular demand.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention our title of this episode. I mean, it's a little late now, but it was titled Not Another Sex Vent. And I agree with that title because we get so many sex vents. But anyway, all right, I'm going to read comment number 2. And this is funny. Which one is the comedian, Chris or Paul? They're both funny. It's definitely Paul. Definitely
Chrissy.
Paul.
I love that for you, though.
I'm not funny. You're funny, Paul.
Chrissy, that's not what they said. They said,
Well-
if I'm funny, so are you, because it's indistinguishable between the two of us, which is the stand-up
Thank
comedian.
you. But
Chrissy, that's a
the
good
comedian.
compliment.
You're the comedian.
That's a
But,
good compliment.
Well, I think that kind of wraps us up, Paul. Oh, and you had some news to tell us, didn't you?
I do have some news, Chrissy. Yeah, guys, if you're still here listening, I hope you're very close to the speaker. I hope it's pressed against your head. Yeah, so as we discussed, one of us is a comedian. Chrissy could do it. She totally could. But I do have a stand-up special that I'll be recording live on Sunset Strip, not to be confused with Richard Pryor's Live on Sunset Strip title. Mine will be called We're Not the Same. And I'll be recording that at the end of October. So what I'm getting at, if you guys would like to come out and be a member in the crowd and watch the special, I would love for you to join. I will have... we'll have details on the Ventthis social media. It'll be on my website, paulroseberry.com/comedy. The rest of that website is about relationship coaching.
You know,
as I love.
we'll also put it on our Instagram, Paul's gig.
Yeah.
We'll do it there
So
too. Everybody can see it.
tentatively, it's October 25th, Saturday, October 25th at 7 p.m. Tentatively, don't hold me to that. We just need to sign ink. But and when I
Yeah.
say sign ink, I'm not renting Carnegie Hall or anything. But like, I still just got to get it locked in. But end of October, please do come out. If you think we're funny on here, well, we'll be funny there. That's how that goes.
Paul will be funny. Yeah, well, we're looking forward to that. Gary and Gary's going to do our soundless engineer, Gary. He's doing the sound for Paul's special, so that's cool. And
Yeah.
we'll all be in the audience.
Yes, that'll be
Cool.
great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well-
come on out. Chrissy, did you rip the phone number?
No, the phone number is 818-570-2535.
Wow.
That's our phone number. Leave
Wow.
us a text, leave us a voicemail. We will read it on the air, comment, try to be funny. Watch us on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Watch Paul on his special. Go to our Instagram. We are covered wherever you get your podcasts. We're there. We're covered. We covered all the bases. So that's it.
Yeah,
All right.
that is us. I kind of want to go get a smash burger.
I know I'm hungry now. In fact, I'm going to get going. So
When you said, should I read the comments? My head was like, the condiments? That's how hungry that made me.
That's funny.
I think I'm actually going to go to Vallarta. Listen, you want to talk about unusual? Do you live near Vallarta at all?
No,
You ever heard of this?
no.
I think I just revealed I live kind of in the hood. It's not next door. It's down the street a little bit. All right, to be clear. But anyway, I'm closer to Whole Foods. Anyway, there's this Mexican grocery store called Vallarta, and they have an in-store taqueria. And
Nice.
so they have all kinds of different food that they'll cook for you to order. And I sometimes, it's right next to my gym, LA Fitness, and I will enjoy asada tacos, queso tacos, where they grill the cheese right on the grill, and then they flip it open and put the carne asada in there, and you put a little,
sounds
sauce.
good.
They get the raw onions, the cilantro.
Oh yeah.
They're like $3 each. Oh, I killed some the other day, and after that smash burger, even though I guess I could go get a smash burger, I actually just want to go get more tacos.
I think I'm making a smash burger or make one. All right, I'm out of here.
See ya.
Toodaloo.